Prepare to get sick. My new house is gonna give you a headache. My new office is gonna make you nauseous. My degree is gonna make you dizzy. My love life is gonna give you laryngitis. My career is gonna give you cramps. Trusting my gut is gonna leave you with a stomach ache. My favor is gonna make you faint. Prepare to get sick of me. If you thought they hated you last year, wait till they see you start over. They're gonna be hot in the collar when you go back to school again. When you restart the business again. When you get married again. When you get promoted again. When you get a raise again. When you get a new townhouse again. When you get anointed again. You gotta expect conflict when you win.
Montreal, my city, 2025. Okay. We don't have to get ready. We stay ready. We've been on this for months now. I ain't gonna hold you. She is the #1 female broadcaster in the country. Find me a better broadcaster when it comes to this hip-hop thing. She is the future mayor of our city. I think there's a vacancy in the prime ministership. I don't know what it's called. They're gonna take you to parliament. They're gonna make legislations about you. She is the 2025 CBC Changemaker, Tamara Angeline. How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to...
Be sick of everything. Be sick of... We're going to give you guys some more videos. The YouTube is fixed. MorningDetour.com. All the latest shows are there. The archives is there. You want to book interviews. You want to book Tata. You want to book DJ Nails. Everything is there. You like the videos. You say it looks beautiful. Joe Black, Rick the Specialist. You can book them too, all on the site. Everything is happening. This year, they're gonna be sick. If you thought COVID was bad, if you thought the swine flu was bad, well, we have prepared for you guys this year bigger interviews, bigger guests. I've hit up everybody. I've sent the email to Umar. I sent the email to Candace Owens. This is the place to be. The number one show in the country. This is the Morning Detour. I don't know where you guys were last year, but this has to be the hottest drink in the streets. I've never seen a thing like this. Everybody thinks they can make their brew at home, Tata. But have you ever seen the famous tea? That's a new word, the famous tea of it. If you've never had Subtle Savage, if you've never had the infused wine, I heard there's even a sorrel. We didn't get a bottle yet. We don't know what's going on. She's one of the best entrepreneurs in our city. I done tell you she's the first lady of the hood-ish. We got Vita Montana from Subtle Savage. She's in charge of the events portion of the show. Happy New Year to you too, Vita.
Yes, 2025 is our year. Foot on neck.
And I always, it's been a long time since I had my brother Sales. I started this hosting thing with Sales. I remember me and Sales was in the South Shores by his boy Blazy House, and Sales was showing me how to punch in on the beat and catch the angles and the timing. 8 years down the road, we the best urban hosts in the country. Big year this year, boy. They're gonna be sick of the awards this year. We're gonna win. Big show. I think we don't have a prime minister. I don't know what's going on. I just want to talk about the Drake Finding Iris song. We'll talk about that in the hip-hop thing. But let's talk about the relationship that men have with other relationships. Not in a sexual way, but the friendship that men have between each other. We talk so much about how you guys have your friendship and all the circles, but we never put enough light on the relationship between men. I'm going to tell you this, Sales. LeBron can't come to the Toronto Caribana no more. All of that done. No doubles for LeBron no more. You guys were on stage in LA. Westbrook was sea-walking. Everybody was there. I thought we was cool. You checked on my son like a pediatrician. Now, the boy Torrey want to kill Drake for it, but we'll talk about that later on the show. A lot of different things is moving. We haven't done the show in 2 weeks. We apologize, but not really. We need a little break.
Rightfully so.
Recalibrate. We didn't lose a step. We just needed a little breather to sip on some of this soup. Zoom a little bit. Tata, you want to tell us how you spent your holidays? How was your Christmas? What gift did you get? Did you get another car? Because you've been known to get cars and visas.
Listen, I slept, and then I started playing the piano. vibing out on the piano. Your girl's just full of talents and gifts. Okay? So I started playing the piano. I slept. I said no to all the expectations. Holidays. You know how much they expect from us women? You guys must have it easy, but us women are expected to be in the kitchen all day, washing the dishes, all this stuff. So I look at my mom, I said, let's be easy on ourselves this year. You understand me? Let's minimize the thing. I do a one meat, you do a next meat. We have one set of rice. We don't need two different type of rice. You understand me? One set of vegetables. That's it. Call it a day. We only make enough that we can eat and enough for maybe just 2 days of leftovers.
I'm going to get into it, but how many of you are even in the house?
Yeah, yo, that's right. But still, yo, mind your business.
Why is there 2 rice? Why
is there different? No, I took it easy and I said, you know what, forget everything. I prepared myself. I already prepared for the year in June. So I did my New Year's planning in June. If y'all waiting for December to do your New Year's planning, you're late, all right? So I did my New Year's planning in June, so I had time to really coast, and I relaxed, and I just canceled plans, and I just lowered expectation for myself.
Okay. Did you get a notable gift? Because, I know you hot in the streets. What?
So I got shoes.
Jordans?
I got a new stove, a new kitchen range.
Okay.
And a ticket to a place that's on the other side of the earth that you'll know more about in February.
Hold on a second. Let's pause the beat a little bit for a second.
Globetrotter.
You got a ticket to the other side of the world as a gift? What are you dishing out? Jesus Christ. 2024
Everything
was
fired,
wild.
just know that. Everything I burn up, just know that.
Is it a one-way or a round trip?
It's a round trip, baby. 25-hour flight. Best believe that.
Damn, dude was like, listen, man, I need to lock Tata in. She kind of hot, CBC Changemaker 2025. Let's get situated. On December 28th, I went to the Nutcracker. What an experience. Now, first of all, I'm thinking we're going to we're going to see a play, Nutcracker, famous play that a lot of people go see during the holidays. I put the suit on. I put the tux on. Shout out to Alfonso Alberto. It was Alfonso Alberto derivative. I had the pants, the shirt, but a different top. If I mix it up still. Because the suit half a stretch.
Yeah.
You get me?
Harvey says so.
Yeah. I saw 3 black guys in there. I had great seats. And I was in there. I was like, I was loving it. And you can see white people around me were kind of looking at me like, oh my gosh, this guy's really into it. Oh my gosh, he's really into it. So when I got down, Tata, and I sat down, we got there late, black people time. It just started early. My knee hit the guy, my knee hit Jean-Marc's chair in front of me. But he looked like he just came from Costco, so I give you no respect. If he came in jeans and a sweater, I give you no respect.
Did you see it on ice or the play? No,
I saw the play. I saw the play. They was twirling, the ball, she was twirling around, the dude jumped in the air, clapped his feet 2 times. I said, God damn. They had 3 black ballerinas. I said, listen, man, Black history is coming, boy. I bought 2 drinks at intermission. I was having a great time. I said, God damn, are we done? I went black and the cream said intermission, but didn't say intermission. It said some kind of fancy play word. I got, shout out to Joe Black. He got me on the Canadian Club. I said, let me get Mr. Philippe, let me get a Canadian Club and a ginger ale, okay? And let's get Shorty a little bottle of wine. Okay, let's do that. Sales, I'm thinking to myself, it's going to be 26.33. I'm thinking maybe Vita 25.
$130.
I'm thinking Vita 25.18. It was $40
for
2 drinks.
That cracked your nose.
So that was a great experience. Shout out to Nutcracker, man. Like, more about people. But I was telling coworkers, I had a great idea. For 2 nights, the Nutcracker plays all throughout December. For 2 nights, they should let me come. If you go to United Nations, you can put for the different countries, they put headphones on with a translator. For 2 nights in December sales, let me be the audio for all the hoodmans. So when you come see the Nutcracker and you put the headphones on, you get the Wheezy hoodman version.
She's sad right now, but just watch this.
Watch it. She about to twirl. Watch the legs. Watch the legs. Imagine a dance hall hosting for a play like the Nutcracker. Hold herself. Watch how the man hold the thing. Watch her spin. Watch how she come with the tutu. They had little kids play little rats and little toys. Like, this is great. More black. I'm going to see Don Quixote next. Last Friday, I had a gift exchange. Shout out to Westmount Surgery Center. They said the limit was $25. My first gift exchange, I'm going to follow the rules, sales. They said $25, Vita.
People always go over.
I got to the damn thing. You know what I mean? We eat our food. I said, oh, yeah, we're going to do the gift exchange now. I said, sure, let's get on to it. So start going through. I start looking at what's going on. I said, once you got a perfume, I said, hold on.
That ain't 25.
That ain't 25. That's a Yara perfume. That is 5632. What are you guys talking about? Some people got some makeup brushes, and I'm looking at the thing. I say, yo, what's going on? Because when you do,
He said I didn't get the memo.
no, because when you do the Secret Santa, the person that you pick, she has a wish list.
Yeah.
So I chose from there. I didn't know that there's like a girl tax.
Yeah.
I know you girls have your own kind of factoring. I know it was $25 before tax.
You're hilarious.
That's what they kept telling me. Now I don't want to do no gift exchange to nobody no more. Because everybody's giving us some fancy gifts, but she was happy with what she got. But I'm like, everybody got some like really wild stuff.
Listen, this winter I did my first Christmas party, right? Same thing, gift exchange. Me too, same thing. They get me. They say $25. Me, I went $25 after tax. You understand me? So I went in and I got like some aroma thing, right? I got some like massage oils and then a nice comfy blanket, right? I didn't even put no fluffy paper in it.
What?
The bag wasn't even colorful. Okay, I was running late.
I gave him my brown bag from Shondell. Shout out to DG Kicks.
Showed up in the Amazon box.
with a Jordan
Nothing.
paper.
It was really ghetto. It did not look like it's supposed to. I get there, I see big boxes, big bags, the size of half my body. So now I have the blanket in one hand. It ain't no secret. Everyone knows it's a blanket. I try to crush it and fold it up. You understand me? I'm shoving it in this brown paper bag, you know. And then I put it there and I said, you have to put everything. This is a secret Santa. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even choose someone. You put all the presents on the table, right? So I'm there. I put mine, my little ghetto dirty thing there right in the front, man. And I'm looking so ashamed. I said, Tamara, you gotta think. Don't be embarrassed. You gotta think what you're gonna do. I said, you know, when it gets time to pick one, a gift, right? Guess what I'm gonna do?
Pick it. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick mines, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make it seem like, oh, this is something so special, right? So what happens is, this is the game. You could either pick one from the table or you could steal it from someone else, right? So me, everyone's like, steal, Tamara, steal. I said, no, I have my eyes on something. I really want it. You know what I mean?
Just
I
so
go, I
someone
pick.
can want to steal it
Yo,
from you?
Yo, I go there, I grab it. But now when I'm holding it like this, you know, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking like it's mine. I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm sitting here, loud behind one of these white lady board members. They come and they steal my gift, and then I was like, oh no. They go, yes. Yeah.
White for Lisa.
White
for Lisa.
I was like, oh no. And I was like, yeah.
Sucker.
Lo and behold, at the end of the night, you end up stealing gifts and everything. Switch to the left, switch to the right, move to the right. I ended up getting a gift that fit my home perfectly. It was Marble Stokes. It was Marble Stokes
You had to be
dinnerware.
sick.
Yo, but the poor lady, man. You know what I'm saying? She thought she was winning
That's
big.
what happens to greedy people.
Yo, I was like this.
Teeth
So next time, that's what you do. Get your own.
Gift exchange as well. Did you guys do anything crazy? Vita, did you get any notable gifts?
What's crazy is that I actually bought gifts.
Why is that crazy, Vita?
I don't really do it. My kids, like, they're big. Everything is like this flat. I don't even put up trees anymore. I'm gonna throw a gift card under a tree, and it's a waste of my time. You know what I'm saying? And they're never home. But I went to Toronto. I was with the Petersons. There's a lot of them, and everybody got a gift.
Can we talk about the thing that you told me?
Get a gift. Hold on. Everybody got a gift, and they were like 4 each person, to the point where the mom, I'm not gonna say the name.
Say the name.
But anyways.
That's all he wanted.
Well, she's like, damn, your shit was really thoughtful. I'm gonna have to send you something else. Give me your address. You know? I also got godchildren all of a sudden.
Yo.
I've been a mom for how long? And this year they're like, you want to take this one? No, I'm waiting for my grandkids, but whatever. Yeah, so I was out there. It was nice. All the brothers, all the kids were there.
Shout out to the boy Yoko. Shout out to Destiny.
Shout out to Mike. Cooked up the food. That was slamming. He does it. He really does it. Shout out to Father Guy.
Father Guy.
Shout out to Father Guy. Too. I had my son out there with me. My other son was out there too, but he was doing his own thing. You know, big club promoter and all that.
Apartment 200.
Tell us, it's the show. Let's talk. Not too much. Not to give him a little bit. Because you say Petersons, and a lot of people don't know who we're talking about.
Listen.
We're talking about the Tory Lane family. A lot of people don't know. We'll let the bag out of it. A lot of people don't know Vita's affiliate. She's godmother to Tory Lane's niece. So Vita's a part of the whole Peterson Lane conglomerate.
Yeah.
And so tell us what you heard the other day.
You know, they had their little family thing. You know, everything's good. You know, heard his voice. Everything's blessed. You know, shout out to him. Their spirits, you know, they do the whole praying and everything together. Shout out to Sunstar, you know, holding down the whole family. They're cooking. They are cooking.
Vita said she heard some things.
They
man.
are cooking.
Vita,
I heard some. Yeah.
Vita called me. Vita called me and I missed the call.
Cooking.
And Vita texted me. She goes, "Yo, it was like 18 flames," and she's like, "Yo, the Pistons are cooking. The new Tory, the new Destiny, the new Yoko together.
Everybody's just
Rightfully so.
They have a lot of in the archive.
In the crates.
They have a whole catalog. Like, they need to let it go, especially Destiny. Shout out to Destiny.
Shout out to Destiny.
Because honestly, she gave you guys time to do your little thing. You didn't do nothing, so she's
coming back. Yeah.
But what's funny about the Toronto rap scene, like, you know, because the algorithm has, you know, all the things popping up all the time. I feel like all the women that are doing rap in Toronto is all like carbon copies. I feel like it's a whole bunch of like sexy red carbon copy. Aside from Paris Richards, because she's doing crazy
I feel like
numbers.
They're Paris Richard carbon copies. A lot of them.
Okay, we can do that too.
Now.
Yeah,
because like there was a little gap where there was no one to kind of follow.
And we are getting that interview in person when we go to Toronto in February, because we got Paris Richards friends of the show. But I think that Paris is different, even though she does sell that sexuality. Her bars are crazy.
She comes harder than she looks.
I feel like Paris Richards is like Vita. If Vita could rap, that's what it would sound like. It sounds mad aggressive.
Vita would need a lot of bodyguards.
Paris Richards is probably one of the best female artists in the country. Like, if Vita could rap, she'll sound like Paris Richards. She sounds very aggressive.
What's her name? Latia Banks too.
Latia Banks too, and there's another girl too. I'm gonna get her name here too. We're gonna do an interview with her as well. But besides those that are kind of like outliers, I feel like a lot of the female rappers in Toronto, they're all carbon copies. Like, you know, we're gonna dress sexy, we're gonna talk about trapping, talk about beating up them, and then that's it.
And the worst part is, like, there's some of them that I know that are doing that, but I know they could do something better, but they just think that this is the wave to follow. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why they all keep doing that. Like, nobody needs another Chromas. We didn't need one in the first
Oh my gosh. You know, I actually find her interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's a character.
Yeah. And she's cute.
What
I'm not
really
gonna front.
annoys me is that people keep referring to her as an artist. If they stopped looking at her as an artist, they wouldn't be so upset.
Yeah, but if Ice Spice is an artist, if Sexy Red is an artist, if all of them, artists, what's wrong with Chromas?
No, like, Chromas is like...
Yeah, but like... I'm just saying,
like,
from the image team.
Sexy Red before.
Listen, I'm itching to play that throwback. What was that, 2004? No, it won't be on here.
The laptop is being upgraded. It's all coming out.
I told them I'm gonna send a cease and desist.
Oh, listen, you gotta send it early. You can't
I'm charging for my silence.
You can't cease and desist a show that you're on. That's kind of weird. Sales the other day, Vita sent me the text message. And see, I like Vita. I want all my friends to be cancers, except for like you and Shonda and Rick and Joe Back. Besides that, I like all my close friends to be cancers, because me and Vita speak the same language. No hello, no what's up. We don't need that cancer. Get to it. What do you want? You know what I mean? Vita just sent me the track. She didn't say shit. I said, what is this? You see Tata and 04. Shonda, I got to play it for you after. We're about to start doing a throwback show. We got to bring that back on the Morning Detour. Yeah. Tata 04. What's the name of the track again?
Yo, baby G's an animal. Cannibal. Get your brains. I
gotta play that track.
Yo, there's a lot.
Oh, man. Oh, listen, that's gonna be back, boy. The Morning Detour, baby.
Yo, yeah, but a lot has happened. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We were on a hiatus. Well, we enjoyed our break, but it seems like life has not enjoyed the holidays at all, okay? Coming back, you know, Justin Trudeau, resignation.
Where'd he go? Why did he resign? What's going on?
Listen, so he announced his resignation as a Liberal leader and Prime Minister on January 6th after nearly a decade in office. So the decision comes amidst mounting political and public pressure, with internal party members urging for new leadership to face the Conservative Party, right? So he's still going to be in office until the new Liberal leader is chosen, but basically Parliament has been prorogued, right? So that means it's suspended until March 24. There's no, so all the pending legislations is halted.
Till March 24?
Till March 24. If there was any bills that didn't pass yet,
so everybody's court date is getting pushed.
Your wish.
So if you thought you were out, you're not.
Your wish. Holy. So you know what? The resignation really comes at a critical time as Canada faces external challenges, including threats from the big D Trump in the U.S., who has proposed imposing tariffs on Canadian imports up to 25%. So we already know Pierre Poilievre, okay, has a bunch to say in this this aspect. First, how do you guys feel about the man?
That's a conservative guy, right?
Yeah.
Conservative ideology is always kind of shaky, right? I don't agree with all parts of it, but there's some parts of conservatism, the ideology that I can kind of ride with. But his whole take on wokeism and racism is wild.
Okay, me who's the blickety blackest person, I have a two-side approach to this.
Okay, I'll let you go now.
So he was on the Jordan Peterson pod, and it was a lengthy interview with
hold on. I don't think some people know who Jordan Peterson is.
Jordan Peterson is a right-wing commentator.
The best. If you've never seen Jordan Peterson talk, one of the best orators ever. Like, he's one of the most honest Canadians ever. He tells you like it is. Look up his videos on YouTube. Jordan Peterson don't play.
I know, you like him. You sent me a few of his videos.
Yeah, I listen to his pod. Yeah, he's smart as hell.
Facts is facts, you know what I mean? But Pierre Poilievre, who is a conservative leader, was on his podcast, and he was really talking about the vision that he has for Canada. He was emphasizing his traditional values, economic growth through energy expansion, and a rejection of wokeism, okay? So he's saying that, he was discussing about racism, and he referred it to as wokeism, and he said that it's contributing to a rise in hate crime. So he says racism, which is wokeism to him, is contributing to the rise in hate crime. So he argued that by focusing on racism, society is fostering division and increasing reported hate crimes, which he stated have risen to 250%. So he suggested that we should put aside all wokeism talks, right, to promote unity and shared values among Canadians. So experts disagree with this view. So according to a 2024 RCMP report, it says the rise in hate crimes is linked to populist rhetoric, inflammatory language targeting immigrants and minorities and all that, the COVID-19 pandemic, rather than discussions about racism.
Immigration issues as well.
Exactly. So me is this. Because he's white, right? He's getting the white end of the racism, and that's wokeism. To us, when we say, you need to be woke, that's a black thing. When white people took it over, it got diluted, just like every freaking thing.
When he's thinking wokeism, it's like, you guys know too much.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much, right?
You know what I'm saying?
And what he says is too much to the point that we've, in a sense, because we've constantly, now other people, and not just black people, but have owned these words that we've used to say, like, hey, there's things going on in our community that aren't right. It's been diluted to the point that people have tend to use it as like, the card. We had the black card, now it's the racist card. Everything is racism, which in fact, like the same thing I used to tell my students, if it wasn't for white allies, I would not be standing here in front of you teaching you.
Facts.
So me, I can't continue. Yes, I see that there's still oppression, there's still discrimination, but if we want to be unified, we have to see who those allies are who don't look like us and ride with them as they rock with us. You know what I mean? So
we're barely allies amongst each other.
I know, but I get what he's saying in that sense. But as a white person, that's what racism is to them nowadays, because they hear it. They especially as a conservative, right? You have been embedded in the liberal movement, and I feel for me that if it's gone too far left. Right, to the point that how you could be too inclusive, to the point that people don't even know what to call the holiday vacation anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now it's just happy holiday.
But even at that, people are like, why don't you say Merry Christmas? Why don't you say this and that?
It just got overly defined. Okay, so my take on this, the beautiful thing about this is that the fact that you get to see it, right? The fact that a white person really came out and said that wokeism is too much, it's putting too much, it's created racism. What are you talking about? Racism, racism is a construct that you guys created. This thing is so crazy that they're taking a term that we create amongst ourselves, black people, where being woke is being enlightened.
Yeah.
Understand that, hey, listen, oh shit, our condition is a certain way because of this, and this is what's going on. They're trying to flip it and make it seem that us being more instructed, us being more informed, as a bad thing.
And he's not
that's
just, he's not just saying towards the black community.
Yeah.
He's also saying towards
that's been their whole
good.
idea. Educating us.
Because in Canada, it's color blindness, right? So the reality is this. People woke up, they realize now they see color, they can't unsee it. Some people who are not our complexion, white people, some non-racialized people, have a problem with it being in their face right now, because Canada is known for being colorblind. So that's why on that podcast, especially with Jordan Peterson, he was like, I've been in Toronto and this was never a thing before, because Canada, even in Quebec, we live in Quebec where it says systemic racism doesn't exist. So the fact that we're trying to fight against it, some of these white people view that as wokeism because they already don't acknowledge what racism is. So they're associating racism only with wokeism because they've been colorblind all this time. They've been refusing to acknowledge the fact that because of someone's color, they're treated at a disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Which is a fact. Like, it's always been a stupid conversation for us to kind of always have too, especially as black people. Because the fact is that we are being oppressed. The fact is that the game is different for us. Okay, fine, we didn't construct the game. It is what it is. But the fact that now that we're a large majority of us is getting a little bit woke up to it. You were understanding our condition. No.
Yeah, but it does
Let's
go,
get away from that.
To the extreme. Like, we even see it within our community.
Okay, so the extreme within our community is that this whole level of wokeism within the black community within itself, it created like this hierarchy, which is another form of oppression. But that's an issue that we're going to deal with amongst ourselves. That's what we're doing, the leaders of the new school, right? I was telling my man Sean the other day, he said, yo, that last show you guys did with Harriet Tubman was dope. I said, it's cool. I said, we don't need to be kumbaya, and that's been the diatribe in black culture. We don't all need to hold hands. But one thing that we all need to at least do, if you're black and you could at least help another black person, and it's within your means, do that. Yeah. If you're black and you could just do one nice thing to another black person, at least do that. Because you don't know, being black how it's like. When we leave our house, no one knows our status. Nobody knows you're a CBC chasemaker. Nobody knows you're a top host. When we leave our house, we're just black, right? Mm-hmm. And I think some black people don't understand that. Like, when you leave your house, no one cares about the titles. So to have another black person be kind to you, to have another black person help you open the door, that speaks volumes.
And I see it also in the realms of academia, right? Because even though some people will be like, oh, you're a scholar? Me, I'm still a ghetto gal. I would never look at myself as an academic. I enjoy school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I'm in those fields or spaces with other black academics, I see the difference in how they talk to people who I view myself as. Layman people, everyday people. How can we bring it down to everyday people? I'm one of those everyday people. You know what I mean? So like you're saying with the wokeism, it's taking it, sometimes it adds more division within our community. So now we're saying, oh, because you're a black scholar and academic, you're more woke than us right now because we don't have the terms to say it, but we have the lived experience. That's why I always try to highlight lived experience with the theory, with practical knowledge. You can't have it without.
And also, too, the other point I was trying to make, too, I was telling Sean, I said within this whole diatribe of black culture, we do need conservative blacks. We do need opposing views. This idea that we all need to all have the same views, I mean, we need to be challenged. Now, I don't agree with everything Candace Owen says, but I agree with some parts of it, right? But it's because I'm open-minded about things. Within this whole movement of us as black people pushing each other, we need to also have people that are naysayers. Yeah. We need to also have people that are going to go contradict our kind of view of thinking.
Offer different perspectives. That's why you expand our brain.
As long as the underlying between us and them, even those that are naysayers amongst our black culture, as long as the underlying thing is that my end goal is to do good for myself and my people. Yeah. Now, how you go about it and how I go about it might be different. But if our end goal is for the betterment of black people, I'm okay with that. Yeah. We don't have to be kumbaya. We don't have to like each other. I think that's what's lost with it. For so many years, the whole diatribe was like, we all have to be kumbaya. It doesn't have to be kumbaya. No. We just all have this premise that, listen, if I can help you and I'm black and you're black, I'm going to try to help you. Because ain't nobody going to help us in this country. No, we have allies, and we do need to we're going to have a deeper conversation about that in June when we do Leaders of New School in February, in terms of how we take in our allies, how we identify our allies.
Yeah, we have to stop being too forgiving. That's one I have to think.
No, we'll save it for February. And also, too, how we utilize our allies. Yeah. Because some people don't know how to utilize their allies. We did the Harriet Tubman clip. You know how much white people hit me up in the Morning Detour DM? I want to join. I want to help. I say, yeah, okay, that's cool. But I still want to get some black people in first. You know, let's get some brothers and sisters in first.
But what I've noticed, though, I'm not going to lie, the non-racialized people lately in my life have put me on, Like, I'm telling you, like, there's something happening right now that we cannot deny. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this. It's like a weird thing when you're black and you become successful. It's like your people support you less.
It's crazy.
All of a sudden you're
So is the issue one identifying what's the root cause of that? Or are we just gonna like bypass that? Because it does become a little discouraging, us doing what we're doing and being successful at what we're doing. And then you will think, hey, listen, mama, you know, my people will support me, my people will back me. And then you come to the fact like your biggest haters are your own people. So where is this self-hate coming from? Because I promise you, and you know, I'm a big Pastor Mikey guy. If you had to live a week in my life, you'll give me back the whole week. You don't know what it takes to do what we do. You don't know what it takes each individual that's black to go into the world and to survive. And I don't understand how come more black people don't think that way.
Yo, listen.
And it's weird. Are we, as a group, is there too much of us that are so egotistical, too much of us that are so into ourselves that we can't see the bigger picture? They're killing us, and they're getting away with it. The system is working against us. The only way we kind of push back is if we kind of work with each other a little bit. We don't have to like each other, but we should have at least a common goal. How could this not be understood? It's a simple concept.
And that goes with what you said before about like being open to opposing ideas, right? Like,
oh, we're horrible. Whoa, we're horrible at that.
Listen.
We're horrible at that. Vita, we're horrible at that shit.
But that brings me to the next point, which is the new Meta updates, right? You're talking about opposing views. Meta is making changes that are allowing more of that in place. Because you know how, since COVID, it was crazy with all the fact checkers, right? They were fact checking things that even the fact check was wrong. You know what I mean? Look at all the fact check on COVID, and those COVID mRNA vaccines turn out to be death in a needle, right? But Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, announced that they're changing all of their content moderation policies. They're making change. They're eliminating the fact checkers, and now they're having community notes, kind of like Twitter, X, where system users, they provide context to posts. So now the thing is they're also changing in terms of free expression. So they're reducing the over censorship. So now, before when you were saying inappropriate and derogatory terms towards people who are transgender, the gender ideology, racial ideology, and all those things, a lot of people would get censored and banned for all this. Even like when it comes to photos that were a little bit sexualized, you know what I mean? Now they're removing all of that. So a lot of people have been talking about like how it's going to be creating more of an unsafe space for users online. And I feel like we see it because we see the change in the political climate, right? Now everything is shifting more conservative, and they're more open to saying whatever they want. Doesn't care if it's facts or not. They're saying their feelings, and that's it, right? When we were more under like, I think the liberal government, the democratic government, everything was censored. If you weren't agreeing with the larger ideology, you're being censored right away. So like me personally, I don't know where I stand on that really. I feel like they're just doing whatever they're doing with whoever have the big bucks, period. But like realistically, we've been going through it, genocides in Africa, genocide in Gaza, and people are still losing their job about it. So we see how censorship is still a thing. I'm interested in seeing where this is going and how they're still gonna be able to maintain a safe space online. But hey.
The thing is that enough of us is not trained to critically think. Enough of us are not trained to understand, like, when I see something, when I hear something, how do I break down this information? Is it accurate? What's the source? What's the real point of this? Enough of us are not trained with these kind of layers and steps. And I'm not trying to get school or your educational on it, but it's a way that we look at things. Enough of us are not trained to look at things the proper way. We hear something, okay, I don't like it, I'm gonna dismiss it. We can't be dismissive of everything. Some things are going to make us uncomfortable. There's a light through the uncomfortableness somewhere. And there's a lot of uncomfortable conversation about the black community that we need to have that nobody wants to have amongst ourselves about how we operate as a whole. And it's not about us being kumbaya. It's about us saying, listen, man, we see in the blue movie, I talk about it all the time. The Jewish community does it. The Italian community does it. I've had Jewish people tell me, we don't like each other like that. But we rather keep the money amongst our community.
Rightfully so. You have it circulating that way.
One Jewish guy makes money, 7 make money.
But we grew up in a time where like people were saying their feelings. You know what I mean? I don't remember when the shift happened, but it happened. Where now you have to you can't say what you want. Remember that time we got a call and nearly got cancel me? You know what I mean? When did the shift happen? I don't know. I feel like
started with the le bit of quoi. Le bit of quoi.
I don't want.
LB, whatever, all this stuff.
Oh, the LGBTQ.
Oh, okay. Well, don't even get me there because people don't talk about how the house ball movement for trans was started by racialized trans, black trans people, and Hispanic trans people.
And aside from that, it's funny that like all these other groups, like in the States, like they passed all these legislations for the Chinese and all that.
Anti-hate crime.
Anti-hate crime, and black people were still at the back end of the bus. And still, there's so many of us in our community that's going to sell out each other. So many of us, we're so easily, manipulated and it's turn okay, get some money. How did they break up the Black Panthers? Money. Who killed Malcolm X? Niggas. You know what I mean? They got paid to do this by the FBI, whatever the conspiracy.
Why don't we have a good jump up?
Yo, don't even go on these.
Something so simple as that. Is that like so many of us in our community are so into just for self, opposed to like, and I'm trying to figure out what is a manner, or what is a way for us to encourage each other to like understand like the bigger picture.
Uniting around a common interest. Because we think because we're black that we share the same goals and interests.
Yeah,
we don't.
We don't.
You know what I mean? And the problem is...
And that's the harsh truth.
That's the problem. We're trying to mess with people because we share an identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we don't share goals. We don't share upbringing. We don't share history.
Beliefs, anything.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
So
about...
the principles are not the same.
The first thing to radical community development. Shout out to Aisha from Black Mental Health Connections.
She's coming on the show. She leads the new school.
It's about gathering around a common goal and interest. Knowing who in your tribe matches the level of interest that you have and is willing to ride with you to get there.
Same thing I told Sean. I said, listen, not everybody is built for this fight, and that's okay. Some of us are going to stay on the sidelines. Some of us are going to stay on the sidelines, and that's okay. We just got to focus on those like Aisha and those like Vita, those like Sales that understand, hey, listen, we have a common goal. Let's move with that. I think for too many years, we're wasting energy trying to get everybody to be kumbaya. It's not going to be the case. It's going to be a small group of us. We're going to gather together and we're going to move forward. And then eventually, over time, the other outliers, they will jump off.
But we making moves, though.
No, we making moves. We making moves, man. It's the number one urban morning show in the country, man. It's the Morning Detour 2025. Oh, we feeling good. We ain't lose a step, boy. We ain't lose a step. Shout out to Joe Black, Rick Specialist. You already know we're coming live to you from DG Kicks, the number one athleisure store in the country. Now he got the fancy. Joe Black, get the bougie. Get the bougie. That's what the man done with the money. We got everything. Shonda, bring me one of them little sneakers in the back. When we come back with the next segment, we'll show you guys some of the little Marvel sneakers. Shonda got all the exclusives, man. Sneakers, coats, jeans, sweater. We got some new crew next as well. It's the number one urban morning show in the country, Morning Detour. Keep it locked.
The Morning Detour.